Do you think I would be a bad person for wanting to divorce my 39 female because he 41 male calls me a traditional wife? I am a stay-at-home mom. I left my career to stay home with our child, 3F, a little over a year ago. She's autistic and requires a lot of support. Being a stay-at-home parent was never in my plan. I do not like being without my own money. My husband makes a decent living for us as the sole earner. All that being said, I have taken to the role fairly easily. I enjoy meal planning, cooking and baking, generally experimenting in the kitchen. I built a small garden in our backyard, and I do the majority of the cleaning. When my husband is home, he also does chores and parenting. He's not one for traditional gender roles, or so I thought. We've been together for 10 years. I was vacuuming his office about a week ago. He'd left his monitor on before he left for work. Not uncommon, and I went to shut it off. What threw me is that he had X/Twitter open. At first, I was just confused by the posts about tradwives until I saw a picture of me getting something out of the oven. The more I looked, this was his account, and he was bragging about having a tradwife, lying about our dynamics. There were other pics of me in the garden, and one of me reading a story to our daughter. Thank God her face wasn't in it. I was so upset, angry, and creeped out. I didn't even think, I just called his phone, and when he answered I snapped. I don't even really remember what I said. I do remember him saying to calm down, and it was just silly posting. After that, I told him I wanted a divorce, that he was a creep, and hung up. He of course came straight home. We argued a bit, but I have a fairly strict routine I keep with my daughter. He made me promise we'd talk at night. We did, and he showed me he deleted the account. It's been a week, and my anger hasn't calmed down at all. This is not the man I thought I knew. He says it started as a joke and got out of control because he liked the attention. So would I be the bad guy if I divorced my husband for pretending I'm a trad wife online? Edit. I'm going to answer some questions now that my daughter is in bed. Yes, I am a traditional wife. I am not a #tradwife. Since our dating years, I've always made it known that I wanted an equal partner. I did not want weird gender roles forced on any children we might have. He always agreed and self-identified as a feminist. I have been mostly avoiding him. I have a temper, and I don't want to be mean to him. So I've been keeping my distance. We've been sleeping in separate rooms, but trying to act normal around my daughter. No, there have been no other glaringly bad issues in our marriage. A couple of times early on he would crash at friends' houses after a night out, and not communicate where he was. After we talked about it, he never did it again. I do not regret being a stay-at-home parent or resent my daughter. She is a sweet girl with a lot of challenges in front of her. We're doing our best to get her early interventions, therapies, etc. My husband has other social media. These photos never showed up on them. Not as an appreciation post our families could see. Yes, I do expect him to ask my permission to post me. Or at the very least he let me know he has posted me. We do not under any circumstances post pictures of our daughter's face online. We agreed on that 5 years before we had her. There were about 30 posts that I saw. Yes, my face was visible. I didn't read them all. My head started to spin after seeing the one with my daughter. The caption was something like, "I thank God every day for these beautiful ladies." My husband is an atheist. I'm going to try and have a conversation soon. I'm not sure when. I need to be in a less easily set off headspace. Because I just can't get over the sneaking and lying. It's so bizarre.
Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Everyone is wrong. What he was doing was weird and a bit creepy. He'd found some kind of validation by making up stuff for this community he'd found. But your immediate reaction to a problem in the relationship shouldn't be divorce. Especially with a child involved. It upset you and it was wrong of him to post pictures and stories of you without permission, but you need to talk to your husband about it calmly and maturely, not scream at him down the phone and then jump straight to getting divorced over it. It's not like the guy was having an affair or hiding massive debts or something. He got carried away with a dumb fantasy online. Talk to him and let both of you calmly express your feelings. If his answers aren't to your liking, or you just want out of this relationship, for whatever reason, then you can decide whether you want to seek professional advice like couples therapy or break the whole thing off. Original posters reply. I feel so violated by him taking pics of me and my daughter without my knowledge and posting them publicly. That's where the majority of my anger is coming from. He did bring up couples therapy. I haven't made any moves toward divorce, and I of course don't want my daughter to suffer in any way. But when I'm around him I get the ick. Commenter 2. That is rude and creepy to post your picture like he has you trained. But divorce? Do you resent being a stay-at-home mom? Original posters reply. No. I love being a stay-at-home parent. Being very involved in my daughter's therapies, social life, and education is very important to me. I realize divorce would make this more difficult. I feel like I can't even cook when he's home. Like I need to constantly be aware of where my husband is, and what he's doing with his phone. A rather cute unremarkable thing like taking a pic of your spouse is now weird and alarming. It's making me snappy and paranoid. It isn't a good feeling.